From the Logan Paul crypto zoo scam, leaving thousands of fans in debt, broke, or just at a huge loss of money, to other major scams from people like Doherty, RiceGum, FaZe K, or even Adin Ross. There are countless of big YouTubers that have scammed their audiences for huge profits, and some are even still walking around without facing any consequences for it at all. These are the worst scams that YouTubers have pulled in the history of YouTube. First off, in June 2021, a new crypto token was launched called Save the Kids, which ended up as one of the biggest and most brutal scams in YouTube history. But at first, this project actually seemed like a good idea, a crypto token that was all about saving kids suffering around the world. And this branding is what made this project so special. The idea was that every transaction of this coin would donate to a children's charity organization, which seemed like a very generous and thoughtful idea for a crypto project. All the creators needed after creating this token was people to promote it, which is where everything goes downhill. The task to make this project popular went over to a few members of FaZe Clan, FaZe K, Jarvis, Tico, and Nikon, and their very close friend, RiceGum. These guys promoted this token to their audiences, which made the entire project go viral and made a ton of their fans invest their own hard-earned money into it.
And I support Save the Kids token.
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 But what investors didn't know was that many of these YouTubers had preloaded their wallets with tokens before launch. And once the coin launched and fans bought in, the dump began. A YouTuber named CoffeeZilla investigated the token.
The answer is the first day it pumps and immediately it dumps.
He analyzed blockchain data and found pattern after pattern. These influencers who had hyped the token were selling off massive portions of their holdings immediately after launch.
So this is it, the alleged wallet. It looks like on June 6th, he got some money from the pre-sale, and 30 minutes later, he starts selling it off. Then he waits a couple hours and sells off the rest.
The Save the Kids token plummeted by over 90% in just hours. FaZe K was permanently kicked out, while Jarvis, Nikon, and Tico were temporarily suspended from their group. At the same time, countless of their fans suffered from huge losses from this scam. K later claimed that he was misled and that he just trusted the wrong people. But leaked DMs suggest something else. In one message, K asked the developers to lower his token cooldown, essentially reducing how long he'd need to wait before cashing out his money. He knew exactly what he was doing.
A single change in the code. The old code of Save the Kids Test 2 read that you must wait a full 24 hours before you sell again. The new code, which changed at the last minute, changed this anti-whale to 1 minute. You must wait a minute before you sell again.
No real donations to children were confirmed, no legal charges were filed, and no refunds were issued to fans. What started as a charity-driven crypto movement became one of the most infamous influencer pump and dumps in YouTube history. And you wouldn't be surprised that the most hated guy on YouTube have done pretty much the exact same thing. Doherty launched the meme coin McLaren, and he hyped it and promoted it to his young audience who watches his live streams. He pretended to search for new meme coins to invest in, but in reality, he was just staging promotion for his own meme coin, tricking his viewers to invest in it.
All right, I'm seeing everyone making a ton of money off these meme coins, and I want in. So tonight, guys, I'm going live, and I'm buying a meme coin. I already know which one I'm buying, but all I know is I'm gonna be making straight cash, baby. So if you guys want to be a part of it, join my live. I'm going live at 12 a.m. Eastern time.
But what his audience didn't know was that Jack had already loaded thousands of tokens into multiple wallets ahead of time. And then when the time was right, he sold off, causing the value to plummet, successfully scamming his audience. And after getting caught in this scam, Jack simply just deleted all tweets and footage of him promoting this coin and acting like it never happened. Before there were crypto scams, Jake Paul and RiceGum back in 2019 scammed their young audiences with a gambling site. On this website, there was the possibility to win a big variety of luxury items, like designer clothes, phones, and cars, by just buying mystery boxes.
So here we go, we're gonna open this Supreme box, $60, and here are the things that I could get. All right, yo. So all right, yo, these are kind of fire. And then I have the option to sell it back if I don't want it.
I kind of want to see what you guys as fans, I want you guys to go to mysterybrand.net right now and play this game and tell me and tweet me or something if you guys win this, okay? Because like, I want someone to win something amazing.
Both RiceGum and Jake Paul made videos showing how they won extremely luxurious items and promoting this site to their viewers. But what they didn't say was that a lot of the items you would win didn't really exist.
Jake, I tried this website and I completely got scammed out of a large amount of money. I'm very upset to see you be sponsored by a company that scams people out of money. Wow, it sounds like she's just a sore loser.
And other Reddit users said, I spent $350 on items and $38 on shipping. And that was on the 14th of October, 2018. And 1 month and 3 weeks later, I still haven't gotten my items yet. Neither has the status changed to shipped. It is still in work since almost that day. So for me, this is a huge scam. This left all their fans who bought into this scammed. And when the YouTubers were confronted about this, RiceGum made an apology video giving out Amazon gift cards to make up for it.
It's true. I'm an asshole. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I can't really do much because I already did it. The damage has been done. You guys already saw a money-hungry side of me, and it is what it is. And there's nothing I can really do but say sorry and give you these Amazon gift cards. So I'm sorry. It just wouldn't happen again.
These gift cards also just ended up as a whole other scam, as those gift cards were expired. And Jake just ended up denying the whole thing as a scam. After he got called out for it by other big YouTubers, Jake just ended up tweeting, "Yes, I love it," directly after getting called out, which shows that he didn't really care about his young fans who bought into this scam website that he promoted for over 6 figures into his own pockets. This next scam comes from Speed, but it was not an intentional scam where he walked away with a bunch of profits and no remorse. What actually happened was on a live stream, Speed was giving out PlayStation 5s to his viewers with a sponsor of a crypto coin called Paradox Coin. Speed promoted this coin to his viewers, but his fan base instantly recognized this scam, which none of them bought into, and just spammed his chat addressing that this was a scam.
Sold out. They're using you, Speed. This is just sad.
That is crazy, bro. Like, them comments like that, bro, is making me like, that's crazy, bro. The fact I ever make, like, chat, the fact that y'all y'all just sticking me like that is just crazy. I hate that, bro. Y'all so weird, bro.
But instead of addressing these comments, Speed just told his moderators to ban all the negative comments in the stream. And they weren't random trolls messing with Speed. They were loyal viewers who noticed a shameful scam. And CoffeeZilla once again, after some deep investigation, confirmed that the Paradox coin was a classic Ponzi scam, designed to confuse and exploit both Speed and his fans.
Why would anyone want a part of this? I mean, I know I wouldn't want 7 ways to join a Ponzi scheme. So much of the crypto space is a scam!
But thankfully, the next day, Speed had recognized the mistake he made of promoting this and instantly regretted it and apologized to his fans.
I made a mistake. You know, I'm not that smart, I'm gonna be honest, bro. But as I go, I get smarter and smarter, bro. I made a little mistake, you know, that I wish I never did, but I'm not a scammer, bro.
Thankfully, most of his audience didn't fall for the scam, and Speed deleted all the footage of him promoting this. But he still faced a lot of backlash for promoting a scammy crypto coin to his young audience. In May 2021, fellow streamer Adin Ross, at the peak of his career, pulled yet another crypto scam with a meme coin called MILF token. Adin had bought this coin live on stream while he had thousands of viewers watching, influencing them to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, let me go ahead and buy a MILF real quick. I want to buy one.
According to crypto analytics, the token generated more than $15 million in trading volume within hours, most likely fueled by newcomers lured in by Adin's hype. The price of the coin then surged quickly after, giving huge profits to insiders and early buyers of the coin. But quickly after profits had been taken and the price peaked, the creators and promoters sold off their tokens, causing the price to nosedive. After time passed and he'd gotten confronted about this whole situation, Adin admitted to knowing it was a scam, while showing no remorse to the people he had scammed.
Chat, by the way, that MILF token shit I did a while back, I already told you guys don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope none of you guys actually bought it.
This next scam is probably one of the oldest, but also one of the biggest in the entire history of controversial scams in YouTube history. In 2016, gaming YouTubers T. Martin and Syndicate were behind the CSGO gambling site CSGO Lotto. On the site, you could gamble to win items for the game Counter-Strike, and you could win extremely expensive items on there, as you can on most gambling sites. What T. Martin and Syndicate did was they made videos gambling on this website, but as they secretly owned the entire thing, they rigged their wins so they could show to their viewers how easy it was to win expensive items. This scheme pulled in a lot of money for the YouTubers, also tricking their young viewers to gamble on their secretly owned website. This all went well for them until they finally got exposed. A small YouTuber by the name of Honor the Call began noticing suspicious behavior from both YouTubers. They used the same domain while claiming it was a random site that they both had randomly found. Honor the Call then did research himself and found the Florida corporate registry listing that T. Martin was the president of this company money, and Syndicate was the vice president. And this is where the huge controversy started. Big YouTubers started calling them out, and they started to lose both fans and their fans' trust, and they also lost their good reputation.
Owners of the site, but owners of the site that they're promoting without disclosing it.
I mean, I've never heard of a gambling site that allows their employees, let alone their owners, to play on it because it's highly immoral and shady as fuck.
Lots of fans were mad at the final outcomes of this, as both T. Martin and Syndicate got away without facing any real consequences.
Scam artists. T. Martin and Pro Syndicate managed to avoid any jail time and didn't even get fined. The FCC let them off with a slap on the wrist, despite having been found to have paid other YouTubers and Twitch streamers between $2,500 and $55,000 to promote CSGO Lotto without disclosing that relationship.
No fines or jail time after tricking underage viewers into gambling on their rigged website. Now the last scam of the video, and probably the most famous one.
Project was left abandoned and people were like miserable, complaining.
In September 2021, Logan Paul launched CryptoZoo, an NFT-based game where users could buy eggs, hatch hybrid animals, breed them, and earn real money through their token.
You can buy eggs with Zoo tokens, and then the eggs will passively earn you Zoo tokens.
He branded it as a really fun game that makes you money. 10,000 base eggs sold out within minutes at roughly $300 each. And there were fans out there who took out loans of tens and thousands of dollars, just trusting Logan's credibility. The production of this game seemed very legitimate, as Logan claimed he had invested over $1 million of his own money into it, which is probably also why the project had become so big and so many people were invested into it.
We've put hundreds of thousands of dollars in it. Personally, the whole team, $1 million plus.
Hatch day then arrived for the buyers of these base eggs, but eggs didn't hatch into game-ready NFTs. They led to static images, many of which were revealed to be Adobe stock photos, lightly edited.
And I actually want to play the game. I didn't acquire the eggs with the intent of keeping them. I actually wanted to hatch them and see what I got out of them and play in this ecosystem that's been advertised or whatever, right? And then I can't do anything. It's not showing up on the website when I connect my wallet, etc., etc.
The trading volume was in the tens of millions of dollars per day, which kind of is like Fortnite not coming out, but people trading tens of millions of dollars in V-Bucks every day. That's what this was like.
And the daily Zoo earnings never materialized. Holders couldn't claim, withdraw, or use their rewards at all.
I lost around $50,000 in CryptoZoo.
I lost $40,000. I lost around $15,000 US.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000. $500,000 Australian, which is $500,000. In CryptoZoo.
Months then passed, and there were no updates on the project, until December 2022, when CoffeeZilla released a 3-part investigation, revealing broken promises, like no functional game, stolen code, insider dumps, and deceptive marketing. He described the project as a textbook rug pull, a scam where insiders quietly maximize profit, while the broader community is left with worthless tokens. Early January 2023, after Logan received a ton of backlash, Logan posted a defensive video threatening legal action to CoffeeZilla.
If not, we're gonna handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
But later deleted it and released an apology instead, promising to refund $1.3 million and burn his own Zoo tokens to make it right with his deceived fans.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me.
But as time went on, Logan has never made it fully right, and he hasn't refunded many of the victims who got scammed. And the people that he did refund only got back 5 to 10% of the losses. And this scam is still to this day one of the absolute biggest controversies that ever happened in the history of YouTube.